Ein herzliches Willkommen und Hallo zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play The Outer Worlds. Ich bin das MC. Wir sind hier gerade auf der Breakout, einer gigantischen Schiffsstation, die hier etwas entfernt vom Vorstand lebt und eigentlich zumindest auf unserer Seite sein könnte. Doch leider ist es nicht so. Denn sie haben unser Schiff hier festgesetzt und wir müssen jetzt erstmal dafür sorgen, dass es wieder freikommt.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time. While we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. Thank you, Captain.
Die nächste Straftat, die wir begehen. Eigentlich begehen wir ja nur Straftaten. Aber so ist es halt nun mal hier. Gut, okay, machen wir, ist kein Problem. Immer da alles, was mich meine Buddies hier beten. Wow!
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Alter Falter, ich dachte, das wäre jetzt einfach so ein marodes Schiff auf dem Weg. Das sieht ja richtig schön aus. Ich bin sehr positiv überrascht. So, erstmal wollen wir zu, ich glaube, zu der Tante da drin rein. Genau. Ah, ne. Das ist die Tante, die unser Schiff hier lahmgelegt hat, oder? Und wieso sind die alle rot markiert? Finde ich nicht gut.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Yes, dear. Ain't that just a treat? So, you know Edna, over in engineering? On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old...
Alte Verbrecherin. Alte Hexe, Mann. Okay, das war nicht die, die unser Schiff hat. Das bringt mir jetzt aber auch nicht viel. Weiter, naja. Dann ist es nervig, dass man nur eine Mission übersetzen kann. Finde das Sicherheitsterminal. Wo ist das? Wird mir natürlich wieder nicht angezeigt. Super. Gleich mal in die falsche Richtung gelaufen. Dann laufen wir nochmal zurück. Schauen uns danach zum Sicherheitsterminal um. Für unseren guten Max. In der Hoffnung, dass wir dafür nicht ermordet werden. Ein Auftrag führt dich in das Sperrgebiet. Entdeckt man dich dort, wirst du sofort angegriffen. Mit deiner Verkleidung kannst du... Okay.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Okay, wir werden ich speichere jetzt trotzdem. Das ist mir ein bisschen dubios. Also okay, wir werden automatisch hier verkleidet, aber wir dürfen uns halt nicht allzu sehr bewegen. Da dürfen wir noch lang gehen.
Got it. Heads down.
Okay, Einige müssen mit Erschließung von Bußgelder rechnen. Holographische Verkleidung aktiviert. Der Holomantel ist aktiv. Bewegung verbraucht die Energie des Mantels. Wenn deine Energie... Okay. Also, langsam durchlaufen. Alter, wo ist es? So, lädt er sich auch wieder auf. Alter, nö! Jetzt habe ich meine schönen Sachen hier aufgeopfert für den Schmarrn hier, oder? Super. Ich darf das nehmen. Ich gehöre zum Gesetz. So, keiner hat mich angegriffen, das war schon mal ein guter Moment. Okay, war vielleicht doch nicht so schlecht, aber eigentlich... Wo muss ich denn lang? Da lang. Ach, verdammt. Oh. So, wenn ich mich da jetzt nicht durchknacken kann, dann wäre ich Game Over, oder? Also, Datenmodul, Aufzeichnung, Teilungsstation auswerfen. Datenmodul ausgeworfen. Beschlagnahmt bewahren. Ja, Sicherheitsprotokolle, passt. Mach mal, aber erst wenn ich hier wieder draußen bin. Ha. Okay, sehr schön. Das eine Hacken der Tür wäre trotzdem komplett nicht nötig gewesen. Außer, dass es mich Ressourcen gekostet hat, habe ich jetzt ja nicht unbedingt viel gewonnen. Okay, haben wir schon mal das. Dann geht's auf zur Pavati. Den Saphirwein wollen wir mit dir saufen? Gut. Sie soll ja was lernen, wie sie unser Schiff besser reparieren kann. Ich frage mich, ob man das Schiff auch upgraden kann. Aber Leute, es ist ein Spiel in einem Raumschiff, das heißt, es muss irgendwann mal einen Space-Shooter-Abschnitt geben, Mann. Wenn es keinen Space-Shooter-Abschnitt gibt, wäre ich echt sehr enttäuscht.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information needed to the capture of any sightings to your local.
Are those XF-411s? And an old Yakita 3...
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. You're right, I don't. The board is after 2 things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and... You've got... Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
So, Pavati ist glücklich, ich bin glücklich und wir schmelzen hier. Ich kann nicht ins Menü gehen. Darf ich jetzt mal ins Menü gehen? Das finde ich gar nicht cool, Mann. So, ich merke schon, dass es hier heiß ist. Das sehe ich, aber ich würde trotzdem irgendwie gerne ins Menü gehen, aber irgendwie lässt mich das Spiel nicht. Gehen wir mal raus. Jetzt geht's wieder. Okay, gut. Dann haben wir das gemacht. Unreliable, übrigens noch der schönste Name für ein Schiff. Wander auf der Krankenstation. Genau, das können wir noch schnell machen. So, das ist ja der Doktorin, der mir sagen soll, ihr Paket kommt nicht pünktlich. Was das ist, wahrscheinlich schon wieder irgendeine Drogenlieferung oder sowas. Die sehen ja geil aus, die Drohnen. Okay.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
What seems to be the problem? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Take care.
Good luck getting to Jessie, and better luck if you do. She's a real piece of work.
Da gehen wir einfach ganz entspannt rein, ohne dass es jemanden stört. Leute, das schaffen wir nicht. Verdammt, Mann. Und Wickermark steht da jetzt einfach da rum. Alles gut. Operationsraum. Das sieht sehr gut aus. Und einfach wieder raus. So. Und wieder rein. Das gefällt mir. Das ist ein cooles Ding. So. Nein. Nein. Verdammt.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Close. So. Das bringt mich aber auch meinem Ziel keinen Schritt weiter. So, nochmal schnell raus. Bleibt der offen, Tür. So, und wieder rein.
Keep up the good work.
To the last ratchet on rut in time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1. Assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Okay, dann läuft es ja eigentlich ganz normal. Ganz normale Probleme. Alle haben schon wieder Ärger mit dem Vorstand. Das sind wir inzwischen gewöhnt. So, Überzeuge, Bett für seine Schulden zerlassen und und dafür müssen wir zu Udon Bedford. Also, 2 Fliegen mit einer Klappe, hätte ich jetzt mal gesagt. Obwohl, wieso zeigt der eine Hinweis in die Richtung zu Udon Bedford und der andere in die andere Richtung? Keine Ahnung. Naja, wahrscheinlich sind die nicht so glücklich darüber, was wir hier in der Kolonie auf Planet 2 hier eingestellt haben. Aber nun gut. Davon lassen wir uns nicht unterkriegen. Wir machen jetzt noch unser Upgrade. Ich mag Dialog, Mann. Ich brauche Dialog. Dialog ist wichtig. Oder Tarnen. Oder Nahkampf. 5 in Nahkampf. 5 in Dialog. So. Zack. Kriege ich noch einen Vorteil? Ja, sehr schön. Ich will mal gerne hier bei Stufe 2. Was haben wir denn hier? Plus 50 EP von Begleiterfähigkeiten. Nö. Schalt die Fähigkeit schneller. Das wäre eigentlich wichtig. 25% Schaden, das machen wir nicht. Gehgeschwindigkeit auf Lader der taktischen Zeitdilatation. Das machen wir. Ich weiß, eigentlich wollte ich das machen, aber wir bleiben bei dem. Aber ich kann auch nur... Ich glaube, manche Upgrades kann ich... Oder? Ah, okay, wenn man es einmal markiert hat und wenn man es dann bestätigt hat, dann hat man es voll drauf. Okay, gut. So, dann haben wir eine Aufgabe. Dann werden wir hier gleich zu dem netten Konzern hier gehen. Und dann schauen wir mal, was sie hier zu sagen haben, wieso sie unser Schiff gestohlen haben. Aber beim nächsten Mal erst. Bis dahin verabschiede ich mich. Ich war euer Zum Glück und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.